Hello everyone, I'm Syed Ahmed. Welcome to a new video. In this video, we will write a program to implement HCF and LCM for two numbers. We'll be taking two numbers from the user and we'll find its HCF and LCM. So before we start with it, let's quickly revise what is HCF and LCM is. We have done it a lot of time into the school time, right? So if I have 15 and 12, what is its LCM and what is its HCF? Tell me. LCM stands for what? Least common multiple. So first we'll talk about HCF, highest common factor. The highest common factor of these two is what? 3. How to calculate it? Let me explain you HCF in simplest form. HCF is what? Of two numbers. If I have 15 and 12 as two numbers, so HCF is highest number which can divide both 12 and 15. Okay, so the 3 is the highest number which can divide 12 and 15. That is the highest number. Okay, so that is what my highest common factor of these two number is. What is LCM? Least common multiple. The lowest number which should be divided by both 12 and 15. That is what the least common multiple. For 15 and 12, 60 is what? LCM of it. Agree? Out of these two, what is the simplest to calculate? HCF, right? LCM is somewhat tougher to calculate. Now there are a lot of ways into mathematics to calculate this. Now I will be explaining you first the basic or the simplest form to calculate the LCM and HCF, and then we will implement that thing into the program. So for example, if I have two numbers, again I'm going with 15 and 12, so we need to take these two numbers first. That's my n1 for example, and that's my n2. Now what we have to do is simply subtract the higher number from the lower number. Do that thing till you get a number common on both the side, and that number will become your HCF. Now let me write it. HCF you say GCD. Okay, greatest common divisor. So let's calculate for this. You have 15 and 12 here. Which one is greater? 15, right? Just minus 15, 12 minus 15. On this side you have to write it. 15 minus 12 is how much? 3. You have to write it here. And 2 is still what? 12. Okay. Now you have 3 and you have 12. Which one is lower? 3. Which one is larger? 12 is larger, right? So subtract 3 from 12. So you will get how much here? 9. N2 will become 9 and your N1 is still what? 3. Again 9 is greater, right? So you have to subtract. 9 minus 3 you have to write here. You got 6 here. You still have 3 on N1 side, right? Again you have 6. 6 minus 3 you will be writing. 6 minus 3 is what? 3. And here it was 3 already, right? You got a same number, right? There you have to stop. That same number is what? Your GCD or HCF. I hope you got it, right? So 3 is my what? GCD. Now how to calculate LCM then? LCM is simply what? You have to write N1 into N2 divided by GCD. N1 into N2 divided by GCD. That's what you have to do, right? What is your N1? 15 into 12 divided by the value of GCD is how much? 3. So just calculate it. You will be getting what? 60 here. Apply this for any two numbers, you will be getting the answer. Okay, so the same thing we will apply into program now. Again, let me quickly revise what we have to do. We have to take two numbers from the user and subtract a greater number from the smaller number till you get a value, same values, till you get what? Same values, right, of N1 and N2. Finally you will be getting the same values what? Your GCD basically. How to calculate LCM then? LCM is what? Your original numbers you have to multiply and divide them by what? The value of GCD. Then you will be getting what? LCM, and simply print those values. Let's write program for it. Hash include study io.h void main. The first thing that we have to take input, we have to take two numbers from the user. I'm going with N1 and N2, right? Let's take two numbers. Printf, enter two numbers. Scanf, %d ampersand n1 ampersand n2. We have taken two numbers from the user. What's the next thing? Let's write while loop for this. While, let's talk about condition later on. Into while loop, what we have to do? Can I directly write n1 minus n2, put that into n1? No. Now see, we have two numbers, for example 15 and 12. What if we divide 12 from what if we divide 15 from 12? We can't write 12 minus 15, right? So if we do 12 minus 15, that will be minus 3. Answer will be totally wrong. From greater number we have to subtract the lower number, right? So first we have to check whether n1 is greater or n2 is greater. If n1 is greater, we will perform n1 minus n2 and put that value in n1. If n2 is greater than n1, we will perform n2 minus n1 and put that into n2. I hope you're getting it. So let's write here, if the value of n1 is greater than n2. For this case, what we have to do? We have to subtract what will be the expression n1 minus n2. We have to subtract n2 from n1 and the final value we will put into n1. Okay. Else we have to write, when will it go into else? If this condition is false. When this condition is false means what? n2 is greater than n1. I hope you're getting it. We don't have to write that thing like again we don't have to take else if. We will be directly writing it into else statement. Else n2 equals to what? n2 minus n1. Because n2 is greater, we will subtract n2 minus n1 will be doing and putting the value into n2 again, right? That's it. That's the operation we have to do. Till what time we have to perform this operation? Till the value of n1 and n2 becomes what? Same, right? So what should be the condition? What should be the condition? While n1 is equal to n2, should I put that condition? If I put that condition means what? Repeat this loop till the value of n1 becomes equal to n2. We just want opposite of it. Getting what I'm saying? Student commit this mistake, so I'm explaining you. The condition should be repeat this loop till the value of n1 is not equal to n2, right? So n1 not equal to n2, that will be the condition, not n1 equal to n2. Be careful. So let's see now. Okay, after this what will happen? The value of n1 and n2 will be getting. Let's dry run it quickly as of now. For example, if I got the value of n1 and n2 as 15 and 12. Okay, n1 is my 15, n2 is my 12. n1 is not equal to n2, of course 15 is not equal to 12, it will go inside. Is 15 greater than 12? Yes, it will go inside. What's the value of it will calculate this now. What's the value of n1? 15. What's the value of n2? 12. It will perform 15 minus 12, right? That is 3. It will get stored into n1. I will lose this n1. The new value of n1 will be now what? 3. n2 is still what? 12. I hope you're getting it. Now next thing, it went into if, right? It won't go into else. It will come back to while loop. Now it will again check. What's the value of n1? 3. What's the value of n2? 12. Are they equal? No. This condition will be true. It will go inside. What's the value of n1 now? 3. Is 3 greater than 12? No, condition is false. So it will go into else. Agree? Into else, what will happen? Tell me. It will perform 12 minus 3. 12 minus 3 is how much? 9. The new value of n2 will be what? Now 9. Okay, it will go back again. What's the value of n1? 3. What's the value of n2? 9. Are they equal? No. This condition will get satisfied. It will come inside. What's the value of n1? 3. Is 3 greater than 9? No. It will go into else again. It will perform 9 minus 3. That is 6. The new value of n2 will be 6 for this case. Agree? Now it will go back again. The value of n1 and n2 not equal. Condition will get satisfied. It will come into else once again. The value of n1 is 3. The value of n2 is 6. 6 minus 3 will get performed. 6 minus 3, it will go into n2. Okay. 6 minus 3 is how much? 3. The new value of n2 is what? 3. It's going back. Now see, the value of n1 is 3. The value of n2 is 3. 3 not equal to 3. Condition false. It will come out of the loop. That's what we want. We got the same value, means what? We got the GCD. Agree? Let's write for here right now. We require two variables. I'm taking GCD and LCM. You take HCF or LCM, whatever you want. So let's write the value of GCD variable as n1. Can I write n2? Yes, you can write anything. After performing this, what happened? The value of n1 and n2 both becomes what? Same. So you write GCD equal to n1 or you write GCD equal to n2. You got the value of GCD. But please don't write GCD equals to n1 comma n2. Only one value you have to put. Okay. After this, what we have to do? Calculate LCM. What's the value of LCM? Tell me. LCM will be equal to, should I write n1 into n2 divided by GCD? No. Let it be very clear. We have done it a lot of time. Please be careful. Whenever you are modifying the values of your variable into your loops and you want to use it once again, you have to store those values. Right now n1, the value of n1 and 2 was what? 15 and 12. Now it becomes 3. Getting what I'm saying, everyone? Okay, so both values, while we are modifying it into our while loop, are changed to 3. So what we have to do? Tell me. We want 15 and 12, right? We want original number for calculation of LCM. So we need to store it into other variables. Let's take two variables, T1 I'm taking and T2, right? T1 temporary variable, any name you can take. I'm going with T1, T2. Into T1 I will put the value of n1, into T2 I will put the value of n2. Now those values are stored. Now while calculating LCM, we want both the numbers are into T1 and T2 now, right? We'll be writing T1 into T2 divided by the value of GCD. You write divide by GCD, you write divide by n1, divide by n2, whatever, all are correct. Okay, so that's how your LCM will be calculated. Now simply print. I'm printing now printf GCD or HCF equals to %d / n LCM equals to %d, right? Comma, here what do you have to put? Tell me. Into first one you have to put the value of GCD, into second one you have to put the value of LCM, and here my main method close. I hope you got it. So let's quickly run it. Now again you go with anything. For example, if I'm going with 54 and 45, I got these two values, new two values, n1 and n2. Okay, n1 is 54 and 2 is what? 45. So 54 is not equal to 45. Yes, condition is satisfied. It will go inside. 54 is greater than 45. Yes, it will go inside. It will calculate 54 minus 45, that is 9. The new value of n1 will be changed toward 9 now. Okay, and now it went into if, won't go into else. It will come back. The value of n1 is 9, the value of n2 is 45. It won't go into it's not same, so it will go inside. Is this condition satisfied? No, it will go into else and calculate what? 45 minus 9, that comes out to be what? 36. Now it will go back again. Is 9 equals to, is not equal to 36? Yes, condition is true. It will go into else again and calculate what? 9 minus 36 minus 9, that comes out to be how much? 7. Okay, now again it will go inside, as both are not same. It will perform 27 minus 9, that comes out to be 18. Again it will go inside, calculate this. 18 minus 9 comes out to be what? 9. Are they equal? Yes, you got 9 and 9. Agree? So that becomes what? GCD. It will go back again. See here, n1 is not equal to n2. No, condition is false. It will come out of the loop. So you're calculating GCD. You're just simply putting the value of n1 or n2 into your GCD. So that is 9 in this case, right? So GCD equals to 9. LCM you're calculating. You have stored the value of your 54 and 45, that the values of your variables into T1 and T2. Simply you will multiply. Means what will get multiplied? 54 into 45 will be done, divided by 9. Whatever answer you will be getting, that will be put into LCM, and finally you are printing the value of GCD and LCM. I hope you got this. So that was important sum that can be asked for 10 marks into exam. Okay, into next lecture we'll see few more concepts of C language. Till then, thank you.